Raft. The game with this hook, this pineapple, this asshole, this little ducky, and this shark with an insatiable appetite for timber. But today, we aren't playing Raft like those good and successful YouTubers and building this, or this. The fuck is that? We are building this. Why? Well, I was bored one day because my two friends said you're so weird, stop talking to us. They're such jokers. I was browsing Steam and came across Raft. Seemed fun and had good reviews. But I did see some reviews calling the game rather easy. And we don't do easy on this channel, unless we're talking about your mom. So I looked up some ways on Reddit to spice up the playthrough and make it a bit more challenging. And was this a mistake? No! Oh my god. Oh well, guess we're fucked. What the fuck? Huh? What? Oh my fucking god. Maybe. But for now, let's start our journey. Spawning in, the first order of business was making sure we could get drinkable water. After hooking in the necessary resources, we set up a water purifier and broke it. Since this was my first playthrough and I didn't do any research beforehand, the struggle with the game's basic mechanics would become a recurring theme. No. I set the purifier back and got eaten by a shark. Very nice. Which would make this a good time to introduce the shark. Basically, every so often, he starts gnawing at part of your raft, and if you don't poke him off in time, he will destroy the parts he's chomping on. Or she's chomping on. Now I'm curious. For science! Come here, little sharky.
What?
Aha! This shark is clearly female. Male sharks have these two things hanging under their belly, called claspers. Our shark does not have these and is therefore female. Now you may be thinking, oh, he's gonna give the shark a silly name and repeat it several times in the video and try to sell it as some form of quirky comedy. So anyway, Gertrude doesn't only gnaw at your raft, but will also attack you if you are in the water. And that's basically all she does. So after getting the workings of the water purifier and the grill down, I saw the first island. At which point, one of the special rules for this run comes in. Normally, you would keep your raft stationary with an anchor while exploring, but since Mokolok Weaselberry on Reddit said it would be an interesting challenge to play without anchors, we are now playing without anchors. Planning on making a quick hop on the island before jumping back on the raft, we went for it. Alright. Arriving on the island, I noticed one thing. I was slow. Very slow. This was caused by dehydration, unbeknownst to me at the time. Settings, controls. Jesus Christ, dude. Walk forward, sprint, left shift. After returning to my raft just in time for a drink, I was paid another visit by Gertrude. No. Oh, could be worse. And then it got worse. I spent several minutes after that trying to stabilize and barring some minor setbacks. What? I was getting the hang of the basics and hook swinging. Yes. Thank God for plastic pollution. Checking out all the buildable raft components, I found out that you can build solid foundations. Which was great because the second challenge was that a raft could become no larger than 2x2 squares, and that all building would have to be vertical.
But Thorna, it's impossible to complete.
Shut up! Having stronger foundations meant I had more time to fend off the shark before it ate part of my ship, and the whole thing came crashing down. So I moved some stuff around in the limited space I had to be able to take down the old foundations one by one and place the stronger ones. Don't you fucking dare. At which point, I saw this. Everywhere I look reminds me of her. I was determined to make the most of this island visit, and lucky for me, the currents brought my raft right to where it would remain stationary between the, rock mounds. I gathered some basic materials and harvested some fruit, greeted Gertrude, piss off, got my hook stuck, and upgraded another foundation before leaving the island. Or so I thought. The raft was indeed nestled right in between the rock mounds and seemed to not budge at all. Why aren't we moving though? I needed a means of navigation, meaning a sail or a paddle. After scouting around a bit,
Spider-Man! Fucking meow!
I concluded there were no more leaves on the island to build a sail, and no more plastic in the ocean within hook distance to build a paddle. Okay, this is annoying. And I lost my purifier again. No! I had no choice but to swim for a piece of plastic myself. When spotting the shark on one side of the island, I made a split-second decision to go for it. Come on. Come on, up. Okay. With paddle crafted, I set out to sea once more. Help. Please, no. My raft was in fact stuck on the island. I tried pushing, grappling, complaining. That's so fucking dumb. But nothing seemed to work. In the end, I had to delete one of my foundations, which was clipped into the island. Yes, 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 we're free. Are we? We are, okay. This was in fact not the start of the game we were hoping for, but it could only get better from here on out. Now we could focus on expanding the raft. Upwards, of course, after some questionable design decisions. How does this help me? We went for floors of 3 squares with ladders connecting each floor.
Donut, there's really something you should know.
Could you please?
Fine.
Being proud of our recent raft expansion, my attention turned towards crafting essential items, most notably the research table. I spent some time gathering resources and eventually saw this island. Ooh. It was much larger than anything we had seen up to now, just like your mom. I was determined to make this island visit a success. I quickly started looking for something to... Do you smell that? Smells like sneaky little bitch. No. Gertrude was patiently waiting for me to leave my raft. Lucky for me, I have the senses of a tiger. I'm hungry! And was able to stop her. First order of business on this new island, find food. Shit, it's so slow. Pineapple. Yes, yes, yes. Just to be sure, I checked on my raft, which is still nicely where I left it. Full of confidence, I set out on a farming spree. What the fuck? Oh.
Senses of a tiger, my ass.
Shut up! Oh, and dying does have consequences, by the way. You are set back by half of your stuff disappearing. And in my case... And guess who decided to pay a visit just as I respawned? No. No. Oh, that's gone. Bye.
Suck it, loser!
But as I mentioned, I was determined to get something from this island. I was not leaving with less than I came with. So I said goodbye to Gertrude, fuck you, and set out again and ventured deep into the mysteries that the island held. Well, we're leaving with less than we came with. Hooray. Recovery was slow, tedious, and marred by continuously taking 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. But at the end of this long climb out of deprivation, a workbench. This finally gave me a decent sense of progress in the game. Workbenches allowed to unlock higher level gear by researching their components.
Donut, there really is something you should know. You can't just...
Shut up. I celebrated together with Gertrude, piss off, and spurred on by this achievement, I docked my ship securely at a beach at the next island and went to scout around. The island did not prove very meaningful, so I sailed away again. Or so I thought. Our raft was in fact stuck again on the island. No, please. No more. Please. No, none of this. Please, no, not again. No, please. No, please. But not to worry, we had a paddle this time. Yep, that thing disappeared through the map. We once again found ourselves having to swim for a piece of plastic to craft a paddle. The closest thing available was this. I was expecting Gertrude to take a few bites, but nothing we shouldn't be able to survive. But I quickly realized Gertrude was the least of my worries. What? Oh no. Oof. Oh. Yeah, so seems good to not have the sail down when docked. By now, I was getting rather tired of the tedious and generally unproductive island visits, realizing this was mainly due to the extra challenges. The 2x2 raft made that any shark attack I could not fend off in time would destroy an important part of my base, and the no anchor restriction, yeah, well...
Later, bitch!
To lift my spirits, I decided to relax a little and take the game in a bit. What followed was some general mucking about.
Kobe!
Base expansions, chilling with Gertrude, fuck off, more mucking about, and building up an inventory of basic resources before focusing on gathering the required materials for a smelter. The smelter is an essential item in our next milestone. It requires planks, nails and scrap, but also bricks. Bricks are made from sand and clay, which you acquire by diving near shorelines, and by extent require you to have shark bait in order to not get eaten. I shifted my full focus to getting the smelter up, and what would ensue was a truly awful experience. One that henceforth would be known as the Great Wave of Misery. And how do you think it started? Exactly, on an island. I was low on food and hoping to gather some watermelons, pineapple, or whatever juicy juiciness the island had to offer. But there was nothing, not a single crop. Our movement was again impaired due to hunger, and the local wildlife was not happy to see us. I had resigned to my fate of starvation, but still tried to make it back to the raft. At which point I spotted these assholes diving for the crops, which were my only hope for food. Arriving at the crime scene, beaten, bruised, and starving, some of my crops were still there, but not yet fully grown. With nothing left to do than hope they finish in time before I die of starvation, I waited. Please grow. Please. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But my worries were not over, as the great wave of misery truly began. The rough seas made gameplay, tricky. What the? The ladder towards my sail was bugged out, making it impossible to navigate and thereby missing important loot stashes. Gertrude completely ignored my shark bait. What the fuck, bro? The bait is there. I took down the bugged ladder and replaced it, and it still didn't work. I don't understand. The game crashed. I accidentally threw my only hook overboard without the resources to craft a new one. Finally finding out the ladder has two directions, and I was just placing it the wrong way all along. Oh. How was I supposed to know that? Gertrude ignores more of my bait. Asshole. It's right there. And then... where's my raft? No. Oh. I took out my frustration on this seagull. Fuck off. Failed to dock at several islands since I made the godforsaken decision to play without anchor. Fuck you, Mocklock Weaselberry. More shark attacks. Finally being able to dock an island, but waves pushed me to the other fucking side since my raft is so small. Oh my fucking god. And fall off my raft for the thousandth fucking time since it's so fucking small. So anyway, we gathered the required clay and sand to make bricks for the smelter. This was a major turning point in my fortunes, which came just in time as I was clearly starting to lose my sanity. Long as I can see the line. I first used the smelter to reinforce my foundations with metal. This would make them impenetrable, just like your mom. Jesus Christ. I also completed 3 material gatherers, ensuring basic resource collection was rather automatic. Things were looking up, as I was becoming more lighthearted as the great wave of misery had officially passed. Gotcha, bitch. Huh.
Later, bitch!
But Donut, there's really one thing I need to tell you.
Well, then tell me.
You can't finish the...
Nope. I felt like I had a decent grasp of the game's mechanics by now and started to actually enjoy my time at sea. Enjoy, motherfucker. Things are looking great. Obi. Oh. I had also learned how to best deal with the local wildlife. Oh no. Oh no. With the help of the smelter, I spent little time gathering the necessary resources for the story-related items, the receiver, and the antennas. Putting these down would ensure I would be able to make radio contact with other lost souls throughout the treacherous and unforgiving sea. Good. Battery required. Fair. Not play simple battery. Turn on. Let's go. Too close to receiver. Okay. Can I put it up? Wrong altitude. Too close to receiver. Too close to... Man, So yeah, turns out the receiver and antennas have to be placed further apart than is possible on a 2x2 area, making it impossible to complete the questline on a 2x2 foundation.
That's what I've been trying to tell you all along.
Did
Oh god.
you just raise your voice at me?
Please, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, we decided to expand one floor of the raft to the required size to get the receiver working, while keeping the other floors 2x2. The receiver was working, and our destination to progress the story was 1.6 kilometers away. Not knowing what to expect, we prepared by crafting some additional gear such as a bow and arrow and an oxygen tank. Nearing the blip on the map, our destination appeared on the horizon. I approached, found a great spot to park my raft, and when I stepped foot on the rig, I discovered something beyond my wildest expectations. Gertrude's a dude, but Claspers. The game devs clearly didn't do their research. Stunned by this earth-shattering turn in our story, I returned to my raft to gather my thoughts. Regaining my focus, I set out again to explore the top levels of the rig. I found this woman who was clearly on some strong form of sea salt.
Ahoy, SpongeBob! I'm overdosed on ketamine.
Oh, may she rest in peace. Found some notes and returned to my raft before exploring the remainder of the lower levels. Bruce is after me. I'm gonna stay here and find a way off this place, Mike. Alright. Whatever. Let's head back to the raft.
Fuck!